There's a lot of good things that happen in my life that I don't share with you guys. And one of the main reasons why, and one of the reasons why I keep this channel so secluded from the information of my personal life, is that frankly I just don't want people to know, and more specifically I don't want the haters, I hate that fucking word, the haters to know that I actually have accomplished a thing or two in my life. Not that what I have is grandiose or anything like that, or I'm better than you because I have this, this, and this in my life. But it's that the people that dislike me, I, in essence, get off for that. I don't actually get off, that sounds kind of perverted. I like seeing that people say, I will never get out of my parents' basement, that I'm going to be single and alone forever, that just, you know, I'm never going to have friends or anything like that. I like that. Because the people that form those opinions about me, that don't know me for a second of my life in actual reality, the people that I see that will form those conclusions, I let them thrive. I play into it. But anyway, to make a long story short, and those of you that have been following my Twitter, you know that I proposed to Girlfiend. We are getting married, and it's the first time and the only time that I plan on doing this in my life, though I know never say never and blah blah blah. And I just want to go over the story of what happened here, because what was in my mind a very simple proposal turned into a thing of torment and toil, and oh boy, it was just an interesting thing. If you saw the video I uploaded on Monday, you will know part of that story. Anyway, I had been planning this engagement, or this engagement proposal about a year ago. Girlfiend and I always go up to her parents' place in upstate New York each year for vacation. I've been dating her for a number of years, and I knew last year that I'm pretty much certain that this is the girl I want to spend the rest of my life with. And I knew last year on vacation, I was like, you know, this place is really special to her. She's been coming here with her parents in the summertime for years on end. She was actually born up there when her mom was on vacation up there one year, and she had the baby up there, etc., etc. So it's a real unique and special place to her. And I like it up there. I like the lake scenery. It's a nice break from the, you know, urban insanity that is New Jersey and Philadelphia, the two places I've primarily lived my entire life. And I knew it was going to be a special place to her, and I was setting up a number of steps along the way, because the one thing I always wanted to do, the one thing that I fantasized about when proposing to someone, is that I wanted it to be a complete surprise. I wanted the person to have no idea that it was coming, to even just wonder if this guy is even going to propose to me. Anyway, I took a number of steps to prepare this. I got the ring a couple months ago because I knew for sure I was going to be doing this. And one of the things I did is I needed to steal one of her rings that fits on her ring finger, because I didn't know her ring size off the top of my head. And I took it to the jeweler, but to set that up I had to rummage through some of her stuff, and I was afraid that she's going to notice something was touched on her dresser and etc. And I created a little lie where I just texted her in the middle of the day. I was like, you know, where's your camera? I wanted to take some pictures of New Dog or something like that. And I was digging all over your dresser, and I went through a couple of your things. I couldn't find it anywhere. I knew where her camera was the whole time. I was just using that as a lie. But anyway, just doing little things like that to cover my ass in case she said, like, oh, that's weird, something was touched in my jewelry box, like, you know, it was turned a little bit or something on my dresser. And you know, I went through steps as minute as that to keep this a secret. And I did the sit down with her parents, and I was kind of a bit nervous about that. Not so much with them. They're very personable people, and I knew it was going to be, you know, an easy, you know, sit down and talk. They like me, I like them. They're very, you know, happy that I would be willing to ask for their daughter's hand in marriage. It was more nervous of the fact that, you know, should I just talk to the dad? Should I tell the mother? Is the mother going to blurt this out ahead of time? And luckily enough, no one, even though Girlfiend's mom ended up researching wedding venues to hold the reception at, before I asked for her hand in marriage on Tuesday night, this past Tuesday. Nothing got leaked out. So anyway, to make a long story short, everything remains secret up until the vacation. Girlfiend and I headed up to upstate New York. We stopped at Watkins Glen State Park. I'll put a couple pictures up here to show you. Very beautiful place. So beautiful, in fact, I was like, God damn, why didn't I plan to have the engagement proposal be here? But anyways, we didn't do it there. Ended up keeping the main plan, which was to have it at sunset on the lake house there. With the sun setting, when you look out of the back of the lake house, the sun sets on the opposite side of the lake there. So it's very beautiful, etc., etc. And I had it all planned. Only this was the scene on Monday. These are some still shots from what happened on Monday. There was massive flooding and rain everywhere in upstate New York. It got so bad that it took us almost an hour just to even get 3 streets in to where we wanted to go because roads were flooded out. We're driving around in circles. It was just chaos. Never in my life have I seen utility trucks have to use snow plows in the summertime because they had to clear debris and whatnot from the roads. Anyway, moving along. This was a disaster. The plans are all for Monday night. My parents are waiting for a phone call about this. Her parents are in on this. They're expecting to get on Monday night. But it is just a shitbag weather day. There's emergency crews everywhere. Every culvert, which is the little drainage area that goes into the lake, the town itself is in a valley, and the rainwater and everything drains into the lake. About 5th house or so has a culvert that goes into the lake to take away the excess rainwater. Pretty much every 5th house and sometimes the 4th or the 1st house in the chain next to it had some sort of damage. It was just such a fucking mess. It was just, I was like, this is terrible. It's like Armageddon is hitting, and I'm thinking about proposing to my girlfriend this night. It was just to the point where I was just like, I was getting stressed out about it. I'm like, I just want to get it done. Like, I was secretly talking to her parents. I had to sneak away, you know, leave Girlfiend in the house and somehow secretively talk to her parents about it. And I was like, I just want to get it done tonight. I just want to get it over with. You know, the stress is building from all this and blah, blah, blah. But then I thought things over and her dad was talking to me and it just wasn't the right time and night to do it, and I was like, all right. So I had to sneak out, try and call my parents, get a hold of them, say like, you know, oh, I only got a few minutes because Girlfiend's inside, I can't let her see me on the phone, blah blah blah. You know, we're gonna do this tomorrow because if I didn't call my parents, they'd be like, damn, she said no, fuck, that sucks. So to make a long story shorter, which I've been rambling on enough as it is, Tuesday comes on, it's cloudy as a motherfucker, and I'm like, God damn it! Can't get the goddamn sun to come out. It's overcast all day. It's shit weather. Raining in the morning. Cloudy, breezy all day. I'm like, it is just nothing of the picturesque scene that it has been every single time I've been up there. This happens to be the one time I'm going up there, and it's just shit awful. So I'm like talking to her father. I'm like, okay, well, we'll make a campfire that night. She likes fires and roasting marshmallows. I'll do it then. And half hour, as we're eating dinner, half hour before sunset, the clouds break and the sun comes out. And I'm like, I'm gonna get it done. So we're sitting there on the dock. Her parents are there. And we're just casually, she actually prompted this. She's like, let's go outside and watch the sunset. I'm like, perfect, that's what I was gonna tell you to do to get you outside. And it was a little chilly outside, so I used the old, oh, I'm going inside to get my sweater, or I had a hooded sweatshirt that I was wearing. And went inside to do that deliberately, knowing that I was going in to get the ring as well. So I'm sitting there, I'm nervous. She keeps getting up to take pictures, and she's taking a panoramic of the sunset and everything, keeps walking out on the dock. I'm like, oh my God, sit still. And it finally gets to the point where I have everything that I wanted to say to her in my head. I had a list of bullet points, And you guys know me. I turn on the camera, I talk about what I want to talk to, elaborate what I want to. And she sat down and I was like, that's it, this is it. I got down on one knee and I couldn't remember a fucking thing that I wanted to say to her. It just kind of like how I'm stuttering to like remember the actual thought process right now. I had rehearsed this speech in my head over and over and over again. And when the moment finally came, I was like, I love you and stuff and things. And like my mind was going 500,000 miles a minute. And none of the bullet points, none of the main bullet points that I wanted to say, I even had like this final line that I was going to say. I said it over in my head again and again. It was the quote-unquote money line. Right before I pulled out the ring, I was going to say, this will be the last sunset that you ever have to see without a ring on your finger. And I was going to pull out the box, say, will you marry me? And I fucking forgot all of it. Anyway, it was kind of just, you know, trifling at the time, an already nervous moment. But in the end of things, I ended up getting out a few sentences of kind words, pulled out the ring, asked her to marry me, and she said yes. And we both just melted. And as I was getting ready to reach over and put the ring on her finger, she just grabbed the box out of my hand and put the ring on herself. And I'm just like, oh, you can, oh, okay, just put it on that. Okay, you're done. All right. She was just so excited to finally get a ring. We both had waited long enough in our lives for this moment. And in retrospect, all the preparation paid off. And her dad walks away for a second and goes over to a secret spot on the back porch and brings out a cooler with some champagne just to celebrate the moment. And it was at that point she was like, you guys were in on this? Like, she had no idea her parents knew that I was about to do this or that it was going on. And anyway, it was a really special moment. And another reason why I'm, you know, making a video like this is, you know, if I ever forget, you know, my exact mindset at this moment in time and what I'm thinking, and the emotions and the happiness, I want to be able to come back to something like this. And, you know, I don't share, like I said in the beginning of the video, a lot of the good things in my life because it's, you know, like I said, it's kind of stupid that the reason why I wouldn't share good things like this, or why I don't share some good things like this, is just to keep up this image to the idiot assholes that want to form conclusions about me on the internet without even knowing me and thinking, you know, I got nothing happening in my life. But again, it's not like I'm speaking out like, oh, I'm better than someone else that isn't engaged or married, I'm a better person or anything like that. No, it's just that, you know, I got stuck in this mindset here on this channel, like, you know, people that just, you know, put me down for any number of reasons. Not that it really bothers me at all. I just find it enjoyable that people think I'm a nobody, nothing in this world, that nothing's ever going to happen to, that they could dream or aspire to achieve, etc., etc. And you guys, as the loyal audience that you've been, had to have that aspect removed because, you know, I'm playing this game with the quote-unquote haters, just to feed them with, you know, yeah, I live in my parents' basement, yeah, I don't have a girlfriend, the girl that lives with me pays for everything, I just, you know, I can't live on my own, etc. You know, just playing that game kind of just has taken away the true experience of my life that I could have shared here with you guys. So I just wanted to share this with you because it is a great moment in my life, and I want to expand upon it a little more, but I figured I'd fraction this video off into a separate video and just talk about my physical relationship with Girlfiend and why I feel it's been successful and the steps it took to get to this point in my life. And I just want to share that with you guys, but that's a whole separate video. So oh, and last but not least, here's the ring that I got her. Since I know you guys would ask, and someone would be like, oh, I want to see the ring, I want to see the ring, how do you not share the ring? Anyways, there it is. So, anyways, thank you for watching this to this point if you went all the way through here. And, oh, one other note, that video that I showed of that house getting destroyed, and that was in the pictures that I showed earlier in the video here, the house actually had a bid on it. It was actually for sale. And someone recently put a bid for $1.5 million on the house. Now, I don't know how one retracts a bid or how ironclad a bid is, but I would venture to guess they pulled that bid off on the table. But anyways, yeah, just thought I'd add that in at the end. Just a day of complete disaster to 24 hours, becoming one of the best days of my life. Just, you know, knowing, you know, it's one thing to say I'm going to spend the rest of my life with you. Just to give that commitment in the ring and be of the mindset that she doesn't have to worry about that. It's all basically set in stone, for lack of a better term. Anyway, have a good day, everyone, and thank you for all the kind words and everything you guys have been saying on my Twitter when I broke the news of this happening the other day. You guys have been, you know, a big positive force in my life too, that helped me become the person that Girlfiend fell head over heels for. You guys are, you know, partly responsible for who I am in this world as well. And I don't think I would be as sane of a person, as entertaining of a person, if I couldn't refine my craft here and get the confidence of knowing that, you know, so many people come back just to be entertained by what I do, be it, you know, whether they hate me or love me, etc. Anyway, now to make video number 2. Everyone, thank you again, and have a great day. Oh, one last thing, guys. I forgot to add this into the video. After I made that announcement on Twitter, I put a poll up on my website as to who you guys should think should be the best man at my wedding. And I haven't looked at these results yet, and I want to look at them live here. I'll put the question up on the screen here. I gave you guys the choice of either New Dog, iHort, or Undertaker Freak 1127 to be the best man at my wedding. And let's go ahead and see the results. Oh my. Wow. It's a bit of a landslide. Alright, let me get the camera back on me. I know Undertaker Freak is taking this news rather rough, and seeing that he lost this by such a landslide margin to a dog and a girl. I mean, how can you be a best man at a wedding if you're a girl? And he only got 2 votes. Who the hell voted for Undertaker Freak 1127?
No comment.